while loops are used to execute a set of code until a certain condition is met. There are two variants for this kind of loop. The first is the simple while loop, and the second is the do-while loop. The simple while loop checks that the condition is true before executing the code in the loop. If the condition is not met, the loop is never executed. The do-while loop does a first pass through the loop before checking the condition, so the code is executed at least one time. Then the loop is repeated until the specified condition is false. Alright, so let's have a look at while loops in Playground. Let's say we have a variable t that has a value of 3. Then we define a while loop, and I want this to execute till if t is less than 100, then I will do something. And inside here, I'm going to multiply t by 3 at every passage in the loop. So I see that the loop is executed 4 times because, okay, starting value for 3 is 3, then times 3 is 9, then next time it's going to be 27, and so on. Here I can see a new feature of Playgrounds. Playgrounds can also display a graph with the values of my variable. I can see here all the different steps during the loop for my t variable. This 1, 2, 3, and 4. And each step the value of my variable t. Meaning first time is 9, second time is 27, second time 81, and fourth time 243, which is too big. It's bigger than 100, so my while loop stops. These graphs are a very powerful feature of Playgrounds that allow me to see how a variable changes over time. I can also drag the slider here and pop out the values. We'll see this feature more in detail in a lecture about advanced Playgrounds. As we said before, these statements are executed only if this condition is met, meaning if t has a starting value bigger than 100, so this condition is not met, this loop is never executed, not even one time, because this condition is not met and Swift skips the whole body altogether. The situation is different when we use the do-while syntax, which is similar but has a different behavior. So do t equals t times 3, and we do this while t is less than 100. As you see here, t has become 600 because these statements have been executed because the test is done at the end. So these lines are executed at least one time. Then if this condition is not met, they're not repeated. So depending on the kind of algorithm you want to develop, you can use while or do-while syntax.